Yo, welcome to NMI GT Entertainment, and I am Joel. Nice to see you here again. It's been a minute since Mustang Week, and I haven't really been on, but I'm going to show you why that my mind has been in other places and what things have been going on in my world. So, as you know, I do automotive YouTubing on the side. I do have a career that I actually do, which has changed in the last couple months, but I'll get into that here momentarily. But I just wanted to show you what I have going on in my homestead, which has been pulled my attention away from car videos here for a minute. So with no further ado, we'll roll that intro, which I still need to fix, and we'll see you in a moment. Alright everyone, so since Mustang Week, I have had a full plate of stuff to do, and my house is in turmoil because of it. Certain things that we are getting fixed, corrected, added, moved, you know, a whole bunch of stuff going on. So with no further ado, let me get into that story. But first, as you can see that I am cleaning Wasp up. I really haven't got into her too much here yet, but like I said, I want to put my Belgians back on, but right now the RTRs are still on here and doing what they're supposed to. I did have a TPS sensor alert, but it went away and it hasn't come back. Through all Mustang Week it was there, and now it's gone. The tire pressure is all wonky, but you know, no light on the dash makes me a happy man. So but this is not what we're talking about today. So let me go ahead and get to where I need to go. All right, everyone. So here in Virginia, we are getting into our fall weather. It'll fool you because it's 30s in the morning and 80s in the afternoon. So having a way to dress is kind of complicated sometimes. But anyway, as you can see, the sun is starting to settle. So I wanted to show you what I have going on here at the homestead. Being the HQ, my property, and so on and so on. We've been getting the yards ready for the winter. As you can see, it looks pretty good. I got a mess of cars everywhere. I got stuff here and there. The garage is full on one side because of emptying out the tool shed, and I'll show you why we ended up doing that. But you can see I got a whole half of the bay covered up. Finally got Storm running. She's been sitting for a while and her battery was dead, and we had to get her straightened out. So Pam is driving her a little more. She is dirty as I don't know what, but you know, we're gonna have to get that squared away also. I did wash Cindy's car today. That's why it's one of the shiniest things in the driveway. We have good old Nightwing, which is muckety muck 2. Electra, which is dirty. The Jeep, dirty. Truck, dirty. Everything's dirty, and they're doing construction on the backside of my neighborhood. Over those houses on the backside, they're putting in a new road, so all that dust and dirt just flies through here, and when it rains it just gets caught up in everything. And yeah, so needless to say, I'm on a mission. I got some things that I want to take care of. So one of the things that I took care of when I got back from the beach, it was kind of in play prior to. So it is a new home for Electra. Now, I am not selling her, but I'm looking for a place to put her. So that way I could free up some of the room around here. So being in the HOA neighborhood, you know, there's some things you have to do and not do. And well, we kind of did it anyway, right? So we went ahead and got a separate tool shed for Electra. I'll throw up some pictures of her being in it. So with that, now I have somewhere to put her. But being the way that the property is, everything is wide open. You know, everything is kind of open to everybody's view and whatever. And what I'm going to do is drive her through the yard and put it in the garage over there. So it's a tool shed, but it is a garage. I will show you the inside here in a moment. But all this is open. As you can see, I got little white flags here, there, whatever. I'm going to put up a privacy fence. So there's two meanings for that to do, but I'm putting up a fence that goes around my yard so people with wandering eyes don't have to see. I have security put up all over the house now. And with the fence part, I'm rolling it around the yard, but I'm leaving where the cars are open. You can see that one flag right there. That flag will be where the end of the deck will, the end of the fence will be. So the fence will stop here. I will have, so if people park here, there's ample just straight up to the back there. And then if I ever need to move stuff around, I'll have it open. So that is the concept with that. Let me give you a little pause real quick. Okay, so moving on here, we're going down the side of the yard. And like I said, that is the plan with that. As you can see, I have a concrete pad poured. That wasn't there before. Now it is. Now that will be coming out in the future of what that is. That's in the mix now. It's about 6 weeks away, give or take, you know. So that'll be something that we're adding to the house. And as you can see, I have my cameras up around the perimeter, so we won't have an issue too much with that. Hopefully, anyway. This isn't a high tragic neighborhood, and you know, high traffic for you know, vandals and whatever, but you know, sometimes things just happen. So we'll have that part all covered. This is a 12 by 20 tool shed. It is on the blocks, but it is leveled and ready for the car. And as you saw the picture earlier, if it's in there, pretty nice. I'm running power to it, and I'm running power to this one. This one's going to hold the household stuff, tires, you know, the whatnots that are all over the place. And then this one is going to be mainly for the car. The car is going to go in there. I'll have room to clean it. I'm going to have power. I'm going to have lights. I'm going to have, you know, I'm going to have possibly AC in there if it gets hot. I'm going to insulate it. I'm going to do the whole 9 on this. I can't put a big garage out here, unfortunately, because of the HOA. If not, this would be double the size and this would be gone. But that's neither here nor there either. As you can see, I got my panel box already there. We got to dig a trench down to the side of this, get the power ran, and then jump over to the next one and get into that too. And then the fence on this side will be coming over this way and going around here, and then 6 foot tall right over here on my property line. So that is what's been occupying my time here lately. I have, like I said, a bunch of stuff going on, and like I said, a lot of side stuff. We still got Pam's parents' house to deal with. I mean, there's stuff that we haven't even touched. So we're trying to get our lives straight here and get this stuff going, and hopefully we'll get it all straight. We've spent a lot of money in the last couple months by just doing little odds and ends, upgrading, you know, repairing, doing stuff that houses do. You know, a lot of people don't talk about it. You know, everything on YouTube is, you know, we're great about this, and this looks awesome, and you know, we're buying that, and we're doing this. But you know, there's another side to that. I don't do YouTube to make $1 trillion. I wish it did, but it doesn't work for me in that aspect. But you know, I am going ahead and taking care of some of the other stuff that we have going on here, and it's part of growing up. And by the way, today is my birthday, the 19th. So if y'all don't know, hey, I'm 52. But anyway, back to the story. You know, we're cleaning up everything, getting everything straight. As you can see, I'm on the pad right now, and there's something that's going to be happening here. We didn't know if it was going to come to fruition, but it seems like it's on its way. So part of this railing will be put down. Something will be in this spot. Smart people already know this, but I'll leave it to your imagination later. But let me go ahead and show you inside the tool shed. All right, kids, so here's the inside of the garage. It is a 12 by 20. The car fits perfect in here the way it is now. I'm running power to it. We did have some boxes up, but I didn't like the way they were actually put on. They were the outside boxes. I wanted them to be put inside the walls, so that way if I ever do drywall or go ahead and insulate, it'll be inside the studs. The ones that we had were out here, and then it was going to have wires or conduit going around, which I didn't feel looked good for this. Not for what I want to do anyway. Again, most of the work that I do on my cars will be in the main garage, but this is freeing up a spot and giving Electra always a home. If I ever get rid of Electra, one of the other ones can fit in here. The Explorer can fit in here. So, and it's sturdy enough. I got this shed designed and built, so it's sturdy enough to hold the weight of a big SUV, a truck, or whatever I needed to. It wasn't the longest one. I could have got a little bigger, but it wasn't really necessary for what needs I needed. So anyway, so again, we're putting up lights. We are putting up receptacles. I put up some of these shelvings that I got online. They're pretty sturdy. I got a set in the other garage because I don't want to take up too much room to have enough stuff for the car. Now, I will possibly, it's been my idea to put like a shelf maybe from here to here, up here somewhere, so that way if I need to bring the car in all the way, the shelf won't get in its way. And then I can open the doors the way that this sits on both sides with the car in the middle, no problem. And even better if I can scurry it between the two boards. So if I could get the door right in here, it's great. So needless to say, this has been kind of one of my bigger projects that I've been messing with here. And one project leads into another project, which leads into something else. And I've been kind of shading away from the house stuff. So this is one thing that I wanted to do. I've been always wanting to have a separate garage. And like, again, I couldn't really fathom the price of putting this, but this, you know, for bringing it in, dropping it in the spot is, you know, 50% less than it would be to build one with a foundation and everything else. And with Richmond or Virginia Henrico laws, that if you're under 24 feet, or 24 feet, you don't need a permit. So it kind of works itself out in that aspect. So that is what's going to happen here. This is going to be the home for Electra. You know, we're going to clean her up. I was thinking about maybe doing some flooring to it, or, you know, just making it an HQ for her. Like I said, I don't know if it's just going to be more for storage or if I'm actually going to be doing stuff out here with it. It's one of those situations where I'll have to see how things float, because like I said, it's easier to go from the house to the garage than it is from the tool shed to the garage to the house or what have you. But like I said, nonetheless, that is one of the things that has been taking my time. So we'll pause here, let y'all breathe a little bit. Okay, with this being put in where it is now, I'm going to do a little bit of landscaping between the two. As you can see right here, this is where this one sat. This one was moved over. So now I got dirt. So I'm going to probably dig this up and gravel this in, put lattice around the bottom of this. And I know probably a lot of this don't interest y'all, but it's kind of what's been going on in my life, and I want to share it with y'all. I know it isn't, you know, about car stuff and what I can do tomorrow, but it's something that might lead into stuff for later on. So anyway, got this going on here. So we're gonna go ahead and clean all this mess up down here. And back here, I left space for the lawnmowers and whatever, but there's also sprinklers here. So right now they just kind of go crazy. So what I'm going to do is throw some misters back here just to keep the grass growing and not having no issues. And then, you know, they'll come out this way. There's 3 back here now, 1 there, and then there's 1 up in this corner right where that flag is. So I'm going to go ahead and put probably 1 that is it's called a 90, so it'll go this way and that way, but won't come in this way. So we'll have to plan all that out. But again, with this being done this way, now I said I'm putting up a fence. As you see, these are fence flags. So I need to put up a fence around my property because I don't want people kind of just judging and doing whatever. And you know, you should have seen when this came in, people were just freaking, just like the president was riding through the neighborhood. So, you know, it got attention that I didn't want, but it decided to pop in and do whatever. So, you know, we're gonna go ahead and do that. So right now, this is on the property line, going up to that flag. It's gonna swoop over and go that way. But with all my sprinkler heads, I'm gonna have to move them. So these are gonna be moved to the other side of the fence. So again, that's something that I'm doing. It's not that hard of a deal, but I need the fence in the spot first. So who knows how that's going to work out, but that is something that is going to be coming down the road also. So it should be pretty nice. Once I get it all done, I'm going to clean it up and do a little flavor to it, and maybe throw some plants somewhere, just kind of home it up a little bit. And like I said, when I bring the car in this way, it's just gonna come right through the grass itself. I mean, it's grass. My cars don't weigh a lot. When they delivered this, it put a nice little rut in there. We kind of fixed it, so it's taken care of now. But none of my cars weigh as much as the tool shed with a flatbed and everything else. So yeah, so that's what's going on out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on inside and show you some of the stuff that is going on in there. All right guys, we are in the other tool shed. This one is a 12 by 14, no, 10 by 14. So as you can see, I got kind of crap all over the place right now, but I'm going to rehang my tires up there. And this is the way that the boxes were in the other one. I don't like that. I like them better inside. And each house is going to have their own disconnect, so if we have any power issues or stuff like that, we can take care of it. And I also have some more of that shelving that I have in the other garage that I might put up here too. So like I said, I'm just going to have to take some time and kind of sort it out and figure out my plan with it. I can't really do anything till we rough in the electrical, so that's why shit is kind of everywhere, excuse my language, but that's why nothing is in its place with the tool sheds. And that's why I have a picture of the Mustang in there, but I took it out because we're going to have to sit there and drill and do whatever and get stuff straight. So anyway, that is the plan with this. Like I said, nothing else is going to happen here until we get it roughed in. But if y'all want to see that part of it getting roughed in and, you know, kind of working up to what I'm trying to get to, then I might bring y'all along for that. I'll just have to see how y'all comment and react to this video, because I know it's not something normally what I put out. And like I said, I'm 52 now. I got stuff to do, man, and no time really to do it. So we'll get into the job part here in a second. But let me go ahead and give you an MTV Cribs type stuff. See you in a sec. And just to show you, I'll be watching you. But anyway, yeah, and there's other reasons why I'm putting up the fence on this side. I'm not going to get into it too much. People that know. But it'll be from that point to there, back over to there. It's gonna be 6-foot vinyl. This side's gonna have a 5-foot door on it. And like I said, I got my water sprinkler stuff here, got my gas, so you know, it's kind of go in between and go around. Coming towards the front, we're getting the holiday stuff straight. That's why the yard is looking good. Got to do some cleaning in the flower beds a little bit, kind of re-round the bushes a little. But for the most part, everything is getting to where it needs to go. Pam's got her pumpkin out, got some signs up. So, like I said, we got some stuff that we got going on for sure. But let me go ahead and take you with some of the crazy stuff inside. All right, guys. So now we're walking in to the garage. And like I said, this is where Electra usually is with Wasp or Storm or Nightwing or whoever I have usually sharing the garage with. But right now, as you can see, it is a cluster because everything is out and doing whatever. So like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and not really get into all the mess, but like I said, I've explained what's going on here. So a lot of this stuff will be moved out to the tool sheds again, and I'll have my room back, and then there'll be 2 different cars because Electra will have her own home. So let me get inside here. We go through this door. And then, as you can see, my little foyer area has tires and boxes and stuff in it because, you know, we're in the middle of doing some of that stuff. I got my watchdog, which is my cat that is sleeping, so, you know, she does a great job. Coming over this way, you know, we got our second living room, I guess. I use it for Sydney's little game room. There's a TV for her. Pam uses it for work over here. So as you can see, that's what we got going on here. And as you're going to notice, I got a lot of PCs in this house. So don't give me no hate for that. But you know, it's kind of junked up a little bit. There's a exercise machine that's you see an exercise maybe 2 weeks, and then that's what you see right there, right? I can probably pull some of the dust off for you if you want. Yeah. So anyway, then we have what's called our formal dining room, which is a catch-all. Like I said, this was my old entertainment center. This was, you know, when we party, we had to do this stuff. So we're gonna, with the part of those sheds, we're gonna kind of clean this up. The thing about this house is it's a decent sized house, but there's not a lot of storage. There's not a pantry. It's a door, which is right there. You'll see that in a sec. And then, you know, we just have to put stuff, and then you clean one thing out and then it moves into another room, and, you know, it kind of gets this way, and until I go crazy, it stays this way. But that's for a whole nother story. So anyway, oh, and then I love October because they bring out Count Chocula for that. And I love Count Chocula. They did change it a little bit, so it does taste a little hinky, but you know, it is what it is. So let me move over to the kitchen. All right, so coming into the kitchen, we have Master Cooper here, making sure that everything is straight. And as you're gonna see, I'm gonna have cats just laying around everywhere. And then, as what I was talking about the pantry, you know, it's not very big. So that's why she went ahead and got the thing in the corner to kind of throw the food and pots and pans and stuff over there. So that way it kind of works. But as you can see, it just kind of overflows into whatever. So hopefully when we start straightening up, we'll straighten up for real. Coming over here, we got our dining room. No, our eating kitchen. So this is where we eat our meals. Sometimes we have the door open. Sometimes we go outside to the deck and do it. And come out here. Got a screen door, which makes one of my cats happy if you leave it open. Have a little sitting area, lights, you know, the grills over here. So kind of nice, and it leads to the road and the cars and whatever. And then over here is another computer. Pam is doing some bed shopping right now. Well, we bought a bed, but now we're looking for the linens for the bed. So with that being said, I'll leave her alone with that. There's Loki making sure that she's doing her work, because, you know, every cat has its own mission around here. So this is the actual living room. We don't use it so much. We use it here and there, but, you know, we don't use it so much these days. And I'll show you why. Because she'll get on her books and her phone and then sit where she is now or in the kitchen. Sometimes she'll lay down and then the book will watch her. We got fish tanks over here. And we used to have more. We kind of downsized a little bit. Don't mind some of the green stuff growing in some of them. We got to go ahead and clean those up. We have a bunch of these Cory catfish. They laid eggs, then they eat the eggs, and then they lay eggs, and they eat the eggs. Every now and then I'll catch them, scrape them in a little nursing thing. We'll have some more babies. So we got that going on there. This tank needs to be cleaned. I got jacked up with this goldfish. I think it's a koi fish, but they sold it to me as a 39-cent goldfish. That thing is ginormous. He don't know what to do with himself. And then the guard of the goldfish is Mittens, sitting in the dark, lurking. He thinks he's Batman. So yeah, this is the actual living room. And this is going to be changed up a little bit here because usually we put a Christmas tree in this area. We didn't do it last year because of all the stuff that was going on. I don't know if we'll do it this year. We'll have to play it by ear and see what goes on. Before we had something over there that, oh, it was this thing. So it took over the spot of where the tree was. So that's not there no more. So we'll see how Christmas rolls this year. I've pretty much got all my gifts this year. So, you know, I'm not expecting anything. So hold that thought. Okay, now coming out of the garage here, Cindy's room, going up the stairs. Now, and like I said, there's a lot of stuff we need to do around here. We've been kind of just living our lives and haven't really paid too much attention to stuff. So as you can see, laundry is everywhere. It's always like this. This isn't something new. Litter box in there, laundry room. Coming into our bedroom, there's a story about the big ass TV. I'll get into that in a moment. But we have purchased a new bed coming shortly next week, because this one dips a little bit in the middle, and then we have an adjustable bed, but we have a king size mattress that isn't split. So we bought a split king, which has two separate mattresses, and then you use the king sheets and whatever at the top. So that way you can do the adjustable part and not screw your partner up a little bit. So that is coming here at the end of the week. Told you, a lot of stuff going on. So you come up in this way, right here. This is our bathroom. We redid this bathroom, I want to say 2-3 years ago. We did the floors, we repainted, did the shower. This did have a glass door, a cheapy one. We went ahead and changed all that. You know, did all this. Got that all straightened out, and it's been great. We were putting a door back, you know, the glass ones that come over and whatever, but Pam likes it better with a curtain, and then this way she can kind of decorate as needed, so it's not stuck to a certain style. So hey, you're married, you got to make some sacrifices, right? So anyway, going off back into the bedroom, we'll walk into what is now my office. I started a new job here in August. So I work with a company called Owl Automotive Consultants. So what we do is pretty much do all the IT and refurbishing, reacquisitioning, onboarding, all their IT. So some places we control their whole IT, some of them they have on-site IT, and we do the support. So this is where I work for that. This is where I spend most of my time during the week, up here in this little section. So yeah, I do have a job. It is very nice to have, and I have no complaints so far. It was a little overwhelming at first with all the learning, because, you know, I spent the same place for 23 years. I was at Comcast, and then you know, the world changed, right? And I guess I didn't change enough for them, so they decided to chop the fat, and they let me and quite a few other people go. And from what I understand, that's still happening. They've offered early retirement for people, and so it's not really a stable spot right now, but, you know, at least I was lucky enough to have a friend to kick up my name, and I'm in there. So I just hopefully I make everybody proud and keep all the ball rolling, right? So anyway, so this is, like I said, my office area. So we're gonna move down the hallway without getting into too much business of other people. But let me turn off this light real quick because, you know, don't want to pay the power bill, right? So we'll go over here. Still got a story about the TV. We'll get there. So coming through the hallway, this is my daughter's room, so we won't bother her. We'll come over here, and we just redid their bathroom this year. Right at the time that I got laid off, we redid their bathroom. So repainted, light fixtures, new faucets, new towel stuff. Went ahead and sorry, that was me, my bad. New lights, new everything. We went ahead and tiled up in here with a tub. So wall-to-wall tile. So it is good to go now. So this place was really bad for a while. It had mold all in it because they take hot showers but never turn on the vents and, you know, the fan thingy. So yeah, that was a thing to fix. So we went ahead and took care of that. So we good there. Okay, once you come out that bathroom, we come into this room. This is our guest room. Again, another catch-all. We have so much crap. It just drives me crazy sometimes, man. So, like I said, it's just been stored. This is my fault. It is a projector screen that I bought, 10 years ago, it feels like. And they sent me two. So this is a brand new one that I never use, and I have one upstairs. But I don't even use a projector anymore, so we'll get into that. That's probably part of that TV, right? This is where Brandon's desk is. Should be in his room, but he's never moved it over there or wants to even do it. Anybody that knows Brandon knows my struggle, so hey, here it is. So he actually works from here Monday through Friday because he works for American Muscle, American Truck, Tune 5 and their associates. So he's in here working. Again, this is a guest room, but he's kind of taking over this room and the other room. So I might have to start charging him rent and charge him double because he's taking up all the spots around here. So coming across the hallway, it is Brandon's room. He is not here right now, so I'm not going to get into everything. But this is his little setup, his Xbox and whatever. He just bought a new Xbox, the one that's been bedazzled, the one with all the little, looks like they put splatter paint all over it. Newest and greatest. Doesn't work worth a shit. He won't load up his games, won't do this, that, and the other. It's a pain. So he almost threw it out the window one day. So, y'all be careful. I don't know if it's just he got a bad one or, you know, they're not that good. So, because he got it for the 2 terabyte because it comes with a 2 terabyte. Versus a 1 terabyte is the old one, you know, but whatever the case, beware, right? So now I'm going to take you to my 3rd floor. Now you will notice that things are a little different up there. People do not touch my 3rd floor. So let me bring you up there. All right, when you come up the stairs, you have our bedrooms in these. 3rd floor, Brandon's bathroom, and then the guest room. So coming up here, you can see going up, got my little Spider-Man poster, my light. You come around, you go up here, and whoa, it's dark. There we go. We hit the lights. We are now live. This is my media room. Now, this has made lots of changes in the last 12 years that I've been here. Never had a computer up here. Never had anything but a projector, some couches. So this is the projector that never gets turned on, and actually my receiver doesn't receive the signal from that anymore because that is, I want to say, a 1080p projector, where my receiver is a 4K. And I think both of my HDMI outs are 4K. So that just kind of sits there for right now. When we used to rent movies and buy games, you know, this is where I would put it. I have my little storage stuff, you know, for my remotes, and you know, I got full internet up here. Everything is actually voice activated with the lighting, the backlighting, stuff like that. As you can see, I got a 85-inch TV. The one that was here is in my bedroom, which is an 80-inch. We were going to sell it, but it was so antiquated, it's not even a smart TV. We decided to keep it because it works fine, but nobody would probably buy it, and it's so big and it's just whatever. So we went ahead and kept that and moved that out of our room. The TV that was in our room is now in the garage. I think it was like a 42-inch or something. So yeah, it's like night and day with all that. But I digress. So right here we have our speaker. We have our TV. As you can see, I got all my remotes up there. Had to charge this one, but you see, they just go boom, and there you go. And then I do have one right here that I've been using. It's my blue one, and then I think it needs to be charged, so I just throw it there. And if the light starts to blink, it needs to be charged. If it stays solid, nope, it doesn't need to be charged. So we are good there. And then that one goes there. So yeah, that's what I have going on up here. And again, this is my home base. This is my HQ. This is where I chill and get away from people. It is temperature controlled, different than the rest of the house. It has its own unit. So I can have it as cold or as hot as I need up here. Again, built-in shelves in the wall. Because when I was designing this room, I didn't want shelving to come out and protrude any of the actual space. This was just a skeleton room. There was nothing up here. It was just storage. So we went ahead and put lighting, internet. We put AC up here. We did everything. This whole room is on its own circuit. We have a mini rack. So you'll see the numbers change right there with the voltage being used and whatever. So we got a little mini rack over here. I got a PS5 I never use. I got a switch there, a switch over there. So yeah, I mean, this is where I spend my time. I got my couch. I got other couches for if we're doing movies or whatever. We have plenty of seating for the guests. Okay, so we had plenty of seating for the guests was the last thing I said. But then I went ahead and put up my PC up here. Now this PC right here is kind of an afterthought. It just kind of happened. I wanted to have something, because I was going to try out gaming, PC gaming and stuff. That never actually came about. So this is just my normal everyday PC. This is what I use to do my searching and whatever, and kind of chill. I play some music through it because it does have a surround sound system on it also. And if you could tell that I like Calypso, all my speakers are Calypso in this room, so they sound great. So anyway, not neither here or there, but that is this setup right here. This is my everyday setup. This is for whatever I need it for. Okay, this over here is my little Apple computer. Now I've had this for quite a while, but the problem I had with this one is I used to do my editing and stuff with it. Now it worked great for that, but then it started getting slow. Then it started getting slower and slower. And then, you know, with Apple stuff, you have to pay everything for everybody, and it's some crazy amount. I used to use Final Cut. You know, that's $300 for the program. And I don't know if it's a reoccurring $300 a year or just a flat $300. I can't remember right off the top of my head. But, you know, there was some cracks with it for a while, and, you know, it worked great. But, you know, I found another program, the one that Brandon uses to do his, and it's a PC based. So I have a laptop. Now, I've had the laptop for quite a while. Well, I'll say a couple years, but more or less it was for data logging and stuff in that nature. But nowadays, you know, I can use my RTD and I can do all the data logging and filing and all that stuff over my phone. So this kind of became antiquated for the fact that, you know, I could use other things for it. Now, if you like the old school and use a laptop, it still works, and that's good. But I use this mainly for my editing. I have a 4 terabyte, I think, or 2 terabyte hard drive right there. I can't remember right off the top of my head. I'll tell you here in 1 second, because everything is down here. Let's see here. Properties. Yeah, it is a 4 terabyte. So that gives me enough space, plus the laptop is a terabyte. So between that, I can do my video editing and stuff like that, and adding files and do whatever I need to do. And this keeps it off of that part of it. So if I need to, you know, go back and forth and do whatever, I can send things around or however I need to. Sometimes it's a little overkill, you know. So, but this is where I do all my editing, and then when I go out of town, I just take the laptop with me, leave the screens and stuff here, take the hard drive, and I'm good to go. I'm golden. That's how I did the videos for down at Mustang Week. I did forget some of the stuff, like the hard drive and whatnot, but I made do, and we had some videos, right? So it seemed like I was the one that was doing everyday videos with that stuff. But yeah, so that is all my setups. Now, you come in here, this was, let me do a little break for you. Okay, so in here, what the plan was for this room, and maybe down the road it still may be, but right now it is not. We did clean it up. We did have some stuff everywhere, and we were going to work on this. Maybe we'll do some of this during the winter because it'll be cooler up here. But as you can see, I have a closed off air vent. We were going to make this a 3rd floor bathroom, but at the time, that's when I got laid off. So I didn't want to venture into that type of remodel, spending 15 grand, whatever it would cost to run plumbing up here, and to do the bathrooms, the fixtures, the floor, all that good stuff, you know. So that never happened, but we did at least get some of this cleaned up, because this stuff was piled everywhere. It looked like that, and now we have it in boxes and stuff like that, and this is more of our holiday section right now. Coming over here, this was just going to be attic space. This is just where the AC units are, stuff like that. I wanted to clean this up and get some of this crap out of here, just to be able to be more, you know, in and out type stuff. And then when we were doing the bathroom, we were going to put the toilet right here. We were going to shift this over and put a standing shower at this area. We were going to put a vanity here. As you can see, that's where the air vent was up there. There you go. Then we were going to have a door come from here back into there for the storage area. So all this would have been blocked off. And then over here, we would have had a closet down this way. So that way, you know, we can have our, I guess, toilet paper and towels and whatever, you know. It wasn't so much that I'm lazy to go downstairs, but it would add value to the house. And, you know, at the end of the day, having a 3.5 bathroom house is better than a 2.5 bathroom house, especially on a 3rd floor, because this room up here can be easily converted back over to a bedroom. So with how we did it, again, they would have to do something a little bit different there, but how we did this, where that TV is mounted, and if I would have had better hindsight, I would have probably thought of this a little better, but I would have made a false wall and brought this forward a little bit, because like I said, you wouldn't notice the difference. Maybe bring it up to maybe where that air vent is. It had a false wall, and then built all this off of it, and then being able to put stuff behind it. But what I did, because it was the biggest fad back then, was I closed off this window. There's a window behind here. Now you could take this down and unscrew it, and then you'll be fine, because the window's still there. Like I said, it was roughed in before. It didn't have any you know, moldings or anything like that. It was just the drywall and glass. So that's why we went ahead and just made up our own thing with it. Everything's tied to the walls and to the studs, and then if we ever need to go ahead and get rid of this, It's easy to do because you take the TV down, you take the felt off, you unscrew everything, and then, hey, you're back to your window there. So in hindsight, it would have been better to do the false wall because nothing would have been there and we would have been cool. But, you know, you don't know what you don't know, right? So as you grow up and as you do different things and as you experiment with different things, you start figuring out, hey, I should have done it this way or I should have done it that way. But nonetheless, that is what's been going on in my life for the last couple weeks. Well, for the last month or two. So now that is what's going on. It's going to be a while before I come back. This is a long video, and I know this is not what y'all usually look for. So hopefully it doesn't turn y'all off or whatever. And like I said, as the tool shed progresses and gets more into the home for Electra, I'll show you more of that. And once I get, you know, all the other stuff squared away and get things where I want them, I think we'll be pretty good. Like I said, I wanted to just give y'all a little bit of insight into my life. Like I said, it was a rough couple months there because I didn't have a job. So I was kind of freaking out and I needed to get that squared away first. Now that that is taken care of, you know, now I can live life and do what I need to do. Now, I got behind on some bills because of, you know, just with the lag of pay and, you know, everything still, life goes on, right? So I'm on that catch-up mode. Some of the stuff that you saw that was outside purchase was prior to, or Pam, you know, she has been taking care of me a little bit. She got me the tool shed for my birthday and Christmas, and then, you know, stuff that I wanted to do. And then, like I said, the fence is something actually that just came up, you know, a couple days ago, a week or two ago, however it was. And then, yeah, so that's going to be another thing that we're going to have to tackle and do. So we're in the middle of getting quotes and prices for that. And then once we get all that straight, we'll have a fence up too. So anyway, that's enough of my rambling for today. I know this is a probably extreme video and I haven't edited it yet, but I'm sure it's going to be up there. But grab some popcorn, come enjoy some time with me, leave some comments. Like I said, it's just the way that I see things and the way that my life is in right now. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. You know, getting a little older, I gotta prioritize what I need to do and not do. No one's going to do it for me. You know, I don't have nobody taking care of me. I'm taking care of my mom. So, like I said, it's just a lot of things that I have going on. And, you know, I do what I can. And like I said, I like doing the videos. I just don't have the time that I normally do. Or when I get off, I'm thinking about doing it and I just don't do it. So, you know, it is what it is when it comes to that stuff. So, again, I'm not trying to forget y'all. I'm not trying to put y'all on the back burner. But, you know, my life still goes on no matter what happens. So I just want to make sure that everything is good to go. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and end this video. All right, everyone. So that is the video. It was long-winded. I'm tired. I walked around this house 4 times, you know, and I'm old. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. At least explains maybe some of the stuff that why I haven't been on here a lot. And, you know, and I'm not guaranteeing, I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to be back tomorrow or whatever. I don't know. As things come up, I'll put them on there and hopefully y'all can be okay with them. Like I said, vehicle wise, I'm pretty much good with what I got going on at the moment. So like I said, there will be stuff going on once Wasp is tunable. We'll go ahead and work with that, you know, doing the house for the tool shed, you know, doing the house for tool shed, doing the house for Electra over there being the tool shed. So that's going to be kind of what we're doing now. So we'll see what goes on.